We're live. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We'll get started here in just a second. As long as I gonna pull up the stream in a separate tab and make sure everything's working properly. We are live. That's good right there on the channel. And I think that sounds good. Yeah, I'm wearing these really... I'm wearing noise-canceling earbuds, so volume level will sound a little different than if I were just listening to a speaker on the phone. Okay, so we're going to stop that, and we're going to get started here. I'm not going to type too much because my current audio setup will get all of those little keyboard clicks, because like you can probably hear these two right here. Just me switching windows. But welcome to the stream, everybody. We'll take just a minute to talk about what's going on, and then we'll get started here. So, with getting things set up, this is the first stream I'm doing on my new audio setup. I've had like 10 audio setups I've made since I got the Go XLR. This is the one I'm currently on. You can hear a lot of sibilance in my voice still, which I'm trying to work on. I might actually do voice training for that. I've been thinking about it. It's the one thing that I really don't like about my audio right now, but that's not really in the immediate future. I haven't looked too much into voice training and how I can get rid of that. But, yeah, this is the audio setup I'm going with for now. It's the one I used on the Shantae review that went up yesterday, and the review I'm putting up on Friday for Star Wars Republic Commando. But anyways, getting back to the stuff we're doing for the stream, let me just make my little notes window a little smaller so I can see that and the stream window at the same time. Zoom out on that so I can read all of it. Anyways, the Atelier Mystery DX Trilogy just came out, and that's what we're going to look into for a little bit today. It's not going to be as long of a stream as I normally do, but we're going to take a quick look, because as you can see on screen here, we've got the 3 DX titles. Atelier Sophie, Firis, and Liddy DX versions that have some extra content, extra features, a little similar to what we got in the Dusk trilogy on the Switch. So we'll dive a little bit into that. And if you notice here, there are 2 versions of Liddy and Suelle on the Switch. If you recall, back in the, I believe, first year that the Switch was out, it got a multi-platform variant of the original version of Atelier, Liddy, and Suelle. So we won't be able to do it today because that hour and 30 minutes remaining on the download. But when I get around to reviewing this, I'm definitely going to do a comparison of the DX versus the original, because I remember the original having some very washy graphics in some areas. But Liddy and Suelle is not what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about Sophie and Firis. And first person in the chat, Luke, says, did you get it physical? No, I did not. These 3 are review codes that I received from Koei Tecmo, their Europe branch. The only way I know of that we can get these 3 physical right now is through the Play Asia English Translation Triple Pack, which sometime down the line I might get one of those collector's editions. But these are all digital downloads. Koei Tecmo has been pretty good to me for the past several years with getting me review copies, so that's how I normally play them. I've actually had these review copies for a hot minute. I've had them for 6 days. I've only really seriously gone into Sophie so far. I'm only a few hours into the game, but we're going to dive into those and do some comparisons as we get started here. And let's see, was there anything else we need to talk about? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the other stuff I've been working on. So, what I'm working on right now for reviews, like we've got the trilogy right here of the Atelier Mystery series, and the same day I got this, Death and Request came in as a review copy from Idea Factory International. So I've got a bunch of RPGs to work on right now. Outside of that, that's pretty much it. Like, I bought Star Ocean for a little while. I'll work on that sometime. Work on this sometime, too. It's just like a real small little indie racing game. But really, The goal right now is to kind of try to tackle these 4 RPGs I was handed in one day. It's probably going to be a little spread out. I'm not going to review the mystery trilogy all in one go. I'm going to do a Sophie review, then a little while later I'll do a Firis review, and a little while later I'll do a Liddy review. But yeah, that's what we're looking at today. And Luke asks, I would be interested in seeing how Death End performs. Death End doesn't perform too badly. We'll jump into Death End requests for just a second before we start our Atelier stuff. And we'll talk about what we're going to do while we do it. I'm just going to go in here for like 5 minutes. Because it's after... Hold on, let me make sure I'm allowed to do this. Okay, I'm good. The embargo date was April 23rd. Okay. I was gonna say we might have had to immediately go out of the game if the embargo rules didn't say a day before today. But yeah, today's fine. I'm just gonna load a save file real quick. We'll do a little bit of a test here, and I might modify the thumbnail when it goes on the archive. I'm like right at the yeah, I'm still in the prologue. So we'll do a real quick save here. I don't know if I'm at a point right now where I can do battle. I might have to go back to the original save file to do the tutorial battle to show you how it performs, but yeah. We'll do this real quick. Well, if the load times allow us to do it real quick. If the load times permit. But performance is the stuff we're going to do. I can't leave this area. I'm going to have to go back to the original save file. That's fine. So as you can see here, it doesn't look bad. There's a little bit of a graininess on Sheena's hair here. And the performance here is about the same as you get in battle. At least in handheld mode. I haven't actually played it in dock mode until literally right now. So we'll see that there's a little bit of lag when going in and out of the menus. Let's go back to the title screen. We'll go to the tutorial battle thing real quick, and then we'll dive into Atelier. And I might go a little more than an hour since since you wanted to see this. Here's the 7-minute save file. This should be fine. But Death End Request plays about, like in handheld mode, what I've played of the game so far, as you can see, is like 30 minutes. It played about on par with Mega Nep V2, at least in handheld mode. But we'll get to the tutorial battle as soon as we can, and then we'll get on to what the other stuff we're going to do today. Right. I have to... Let me inspect all this stuff real quick. Remember where the skip function is.
What's this?
Alright, there we go. We're gonna interact with all this stuff. Gonna get to our tutorial battle so we can see. We're not gonna go over the story stuff, even though it is at the beginning of the game. Because in just a minute we'll be able to leave the house and we'll be able to show a little bit of performance out in a larger area. All right, let's leave. And I see that during that cutscene, there's definitely a bit of shakiness with the frame rate. Let's get out of that and into actually taking control of her. You can see some kind of fuzzy visuals over on the trees and grass. But like when it zooms in on her render, it looks pretty good. Alright, here we go. So the performance here isn't bad. Like when the camera moves around, you can definitely see some drops around here. But it's not terribly bad, and obviously it looks a little bit better when we're on the normal running speed. The biggest hindrance I find so far are just like how grainy the trees look here. I'm pretty sure there aren't any graphic settings like Mega Dimension Neptunia V2 had. We can look real quick. Could toggle the difficulty. And... oh yeah, we can turn shadow renders and glare off. Let's see how that changes it. That definitely looks smoother. That definitely is a little smoother. And we'll real quickly get to the tutorial battle so we can move on. As Death End Request definitely isn't what I planned to do on the stream today, but that's okay. Let's see, bitrate. You having an issue with the bitrate? I've got it on... I always have it on ultra low since it kind of messes up my streams when I don't have it at that setting. Let me pull it up and I'll take a look. Auto, let's set it to 1080 and see what the stream looks like. Yeah, you can definitely see a bitrate thing. I don't think I modified my settings in my streaming stuff. Alright, now let's get to our tutorial battle, because it should come in right after this cutscene, and we'll be able to see the performance of that. Alright, so... alright, let's skip this scene, go forward here. And yes, I do have the Repuka DLC character enabled right now. Like you can't see it here, but pretty much all of the DLC for the other versions of the game you can toggle and have available pretty much immediately. Alright, let's get out of this, we'll go into our battle, and we'll see how battles perform.
Let's dance.
Yeah. So, turn-based system, you got a little bit of a free roaming like the Neptunia system of the, one battle I've done in the game.
Let's go.
So you can see frame rate looks okay like this. We'll go ahead and put in some commands.
Yeah. Home run. Blast off. I'll tear you apart.
Alright, let's put in this, attack and guard, just to see some different commands.
Oh? What was that? I love a fresh kill. Haven't killed enough yet.
So, the frame rate isn't bad. And ME, dang, would love to watch, but I'm about to head into work. Have a good stream nonetheless. You have a good day too. You have a good day as well.
Oh, have I gotten stronger? Yet.
But anyways, that was a quick rundown of Death End Request. Probably a good thing that I found those settings to turn the shadow and glare off to improve the performance a little bit. I'm really glad that IFI is doing that. Other developers should do that. Not just hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Other developers should put those graphic settings like PC games have into console games. It would definitely help the Switch community. But anyways, that was just a little bit to show you what performance looks like. And on the topic of performance, let's take a look at Atelier Sophie and Firis. So like Sophie, I played on the Vita and PC. And on the Vita, it had frame rate dips every once in a while, but nothing bad. Firis, on the other hand, had ridiculous frame drops, especially in the beginning mining town area. So we're going to dive into performance here a little bit, just to take a look at the difference between Vita and Switch and handheld and docked mode. So with Sophie, the difference isn't going to be huge. And Luke, no problem at all. No problem at all. I had it, I just happened to have a good save at the beginning of the game, so I figured, yeah, sure, we can dive and look and you know, once I referenced the email, I made sure I was allowed to do it, because I know I got the code a little bit before the embargo day. But anyways, we're going to start with just showing performance between handheld and docked mode in Sophie and Firis on two noteworthy areas. And then we're just going to kind of just have fun, progress a little bit in Sophie before the stream ends. The audio levels for these games should already be down to the point where it's not going to cause a problem for the audio in the stream. It's weird. It normally doesn't take this long to load the game. There we go. Alright. So with Sophie, the area we're going to test is the nearby forest, right outside of the hub town. In handheld mode, there are a few frame dips specifically in that area and some dungeons when roaming around. So I'm just going to do like a little comparison so you guys can see. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that area, nearby forest. We're going to take a look at a recording I made earlier with this switches capture button, and we're going to just do a little bit of a comparison. Like this is the Firis one, so here's the Sophie one. So we're just going to watch. I'll just walk around the area once I fast travel over there. And then we're going to walk around the same area on in docked mode, just to kind of like give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So these frame drops are a little bit more than you're going to get in game because of how the capture system works for the Switch. But I would say that's probably about twice as bad as the actual frame drops are going to look. Maybe not quite twice, but you're getting frame drops in that area. So now we're going to go here. We're in the same room. And how are we doing on frame rate? Nice and smooth. Beautiful and smooth. So, thankfully with Sophie, most of these areas that are kind of laggy in handheld mode, like it's not really bad lag, but docked mode basically fixes those problems. It's nice and smooth for pretty much the entire time, which is a very good thing, especially for me because Sophie's my favorite Atelier game. This is the game that I really started to love the series from. Like I played the Arland and Dusk games, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is all right. This is kind of cute. This is kind of fun. When I played Sophie, I was like, I love this. But anyways, that was the Sophie performance test, and before we really start diving more into Sophie, we're going to do the Firis performance test again. This is going to be real quick because I'm just at the beginning of the game. But we're going to basically do what we just did with Sophie. Because if you recall, people who have been around since I was reviewing PS Vita games, the PlayStation Vita version of Atelier Firis ran really, really bad in that initial mining town. It was actually funny because that secluded area with all those building renders ran so much worse than the actual open world did. If you recall, it was like really, really bad on the frame drops in that area. And I'm going to show you that same area. Because like people who remember my PS Vita review, and don't mind the keyboard clicks here. Because around 6 minutes 55 seconds of my Atelier Firis Vita review, I showed the frame drops, and they were like awful. They were well under 20 FPS. It was really bad. And sadly, I can't just like clip it from a window because I have the Switch in my capture card right now. But anyways, we're going to take a quick look at that area. And let's see, Luke says, I've been subbed to your channel for years. I remember it was your battery life and reviews that was unique. No one else seems to have the patience to test it. It does require a lot of patience. But honestly, I wanted to do it the moment they came out and said, oh hey, games are going to use battery life differently. I thought, like it was like an immediate thought of, oh, I can do battery tests in my reviews. And, you know, a lot of people, yourself included, have thanked me for that. It's kind of like the Vita TV compatibility stuff I used to do in my Vita reviews. But anyways, this is the area we're talking about here. We're going to show a little clip here of it running in handheld mode, because the Vita version ran it horribly, and okay, there it goes. But yeah, the Vita version ran it horribly. I don't know what the PS4 ran it, but I heard that at launch the PS4 version didn't run exactly up to par either. But anyways, here it is in handheld mode. So we got a few little droppies here and there. Nothing like the Vita version was. Like, the Vita version was so much worse than this. It was like slowdown mode. It was really bad. And same area in docked mode. Pretty much the same situation we had with Sophie just a couple minutes ago. Handheld mode, little jaggy, a little bit laggy here and there. Docked mode, nice and smooth. So that's what I expect is going to happen with Liddy and Suelle as well. I'm assuming that the frame drop areas from the original Liddy and Suelle on the Switch are going to be smooth on the DX version, at least in docked mode. But at least it's a good sign that they are improving. Like, I'm not super big on my favorite Atelier game having some small frame drops in handheld mode, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And this area being smooth, I am so happy about. Because this ran so poorly on the Vita in this area, it was hard to get through. So I'm really... And it gave you a bad impression of the game. Like, this is literally the tutorial area. And when you were playing on the Vita, he's like, hey, here's a tutorial area that runs at like 12 FPS. Not a good first impression. Some people probably didn't even get through the tutorial area to get to the open world part that actually ran smoother. But anyways, that's what I wanted to show you, because I literally did not start Atelier Firis until, like, how long have we been going? Like 40 minutes ago. Like, literally. Like, I thought about streaming Sophie today for a little bit, but I thought, you know what? That Firis stuff we could compare, and it's right at the beginning of the game. But anyways, let's get away from Firis. No, that's not going to work for today. And we're just going to dive into Sophie. We're going to progress a little bit, just kind of have some fun for like 30 or 40 minutes. Because I'm only a few hours into the game, not to any of the really spoilery stuff yet. So we'll just take a look around Sophie and progress as I have been doing so far. And, you know, just have fun, because the Atelier games are a very laid-back RPGs. Like, Ryza kind of stepped the series game up, but games like Sophie are just kind of casual little keep busy, do things here and there games. Especially because Sophie removed the time limit of the older games, so you don't have to hurry up and get stuff done by a certain day, like you had to do in the Arland games and some of the Dusk games. So we'll go ahead and reload my save file. Yeah, we're about 4 hours into the game right now. Hilariously enough, almost halfway to the level cap. Yeah, the level cap in Atelier Sophie is 20. It's weird. It's real weird. Luke says, Ryza introduced me to Atelier. That's not surprising. I feel like a lot of people were introduced to the series through Ryza because of how well it did, how much it kind of pushed the series forward, more out of the standard formula and into kind of more modern stuff. Because Atelier had the same sort of formula for a very long time. At least since the PS3 games started coming out. Mystery started changing up things a little bit. Because like Sophie got rid of the time limit, so you could just very casually do things, and Sophie has a more standard RPG-ish final chapter to it. And then Firis tested around with some open world stuff, and Liddy and Suelle started changing up the story a little bit, had duo protagonists, and had a bunch of different worlds that you can visit. And then Ryza like really pushed it towards expanding. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. So, the main task that you go through in Sophie is you're trying to get memories back for the flying book that's right next to me right here. Her name is Plakta. So you just kind of like go through the game, go through dungeons, and you get little recipe ideas from various things that you do. So like these question marks are the recipes I'm currently working on. So let's see, I can... And you know, like down here in the learning condition, the bottom right corner of the screen, it says, hey, here's how you unlock this recipe so you can make it. You've got idea from a close battle, idea from slaying Kaiser Pigeon, which is an enemy that's out on the map, and idea from PS Talisman, which will be from either buying that item, finding it, or making it. So I might be able to do the Talisman one now, so we'll see if we can get that unlocked real quick. Plaza is where the church is. The church has a shop, well, that's kind of like a donation thing.
I have more of the items I ran out of.
And if you're listening right there, assuming the game volume isn't too low, Atelier Sophie and Firis were the last two Atelier games to have an English dub. Oh no, PS Talisman costs a lot, or Pious Talisman. Whatever, I'll buy it.
Is this... Thank you.
Spend half my money. And... oh, this is not the recipe unlock thing. This is just a scene with Pamela. The one thing I really liked about Sophie is how much like comedy and silly humor is in like all of the slice of life cutscenes. Because outside of that final act, Sophie doesn't really have that serious RPG feel that that Ryza did. Well, I mean, and Ryza was kind of like it sort of did. But like all of Sophie's interactions with everybody, I just think are really cute and funny, and that's kind of like what I like about it. That's part of what the charm of the game really kind of got me into it. But anyways, right here, this is the recipe animation. So I bought that Pious Talisman, and then right there at the screen, beginner recipes warding charm can now be synthesized, which should be in our recipe ideas right here. Let's see. It didn't unlock yet, so let's go back to the Atelier, which, with this having an English dub, it's not called Atelier in this game. There we go. Recipe's unlocked, and let's see if we can make it. This is very weird. I'm gonna have to check my Switch later because the amount of like delay and like that loading screen just now between interacting with the cauldron and using it, I have not seen so far in the game. And actually, on that note, I want to change controllers. I'm using my Joy-Cons right now. I'm gonna switch over to my DualSense controller with my 8-bit do adapter. If it'll pair for me. There it goes. Because I've got a lot of tech on my desk, and sometimes it causes some problems and some delays with the Joy-Cons. Alright, so we're looking for warding charm so we can make it. Nope, can't make it yet. What do I need? I need holy water and I need cloth. So I can make cloth. US Alien Games says, what is the appeal of this game series? Been curious for a while. The main appeal of it is just how cute and casual it is. Like, at this point of the series, with the mystery games, And let me get to cloth so I can start making that.
What material?
It was a very kind of a keep busy game where you just have little tasks that you do, and as you do these, like these cute little slice of life events will pop up.
Something good will happen.
So let's match our color tile so we can get a little extra reward from the synthesis, even though we don't really get it from cloth.
Time to finish. Done?
But it's kind of like, hey, I'm just
All set.
in this cute little world, and I mean,
This is all done.
there is an RPG aspect to it as well, as you can fight in turn-based battles with enemies. But it's kind of like, I'm just doing these little tasks, all chill, and getting these cute little funny cutscenes. The series has a certain charm to it that fans of it really like, because if you look at a lot of these games, they play very similar, with bits and pieces different, Ryza and Ryza 2 being the main exception. But it's just like a cute little RPG game where you're collecting stuff and making new stuff and just interacting with the other people in the town. It's very slice of lifey, much smaller in scale than most RPGs you might think of. And we'll go out into a dungeon and show the dungeon exploration and combat as well. But it is very task oriented.
What's our destination?
And let's see, where is there someplace we haven't been to yet? I've been to Forgotten Nursery. I don't think we're leveled and geared up enough for the Grove yet. We'll go to Rocky Mountain. We should be able to handle most stuff there. But it's mostly about the item synthesis with gathering stuff, the tasks, and all of the cute slice of life cutscenes you get. Which I don't remember if I have one of those recorded. 'Cause knowing me, I probably did. Nope, I don't have a cutscene recorded yet. Do I? No, I don't. Alright, so anyways, here's our dungeon. If you see on the minimap, we got green and red dots. Green dots are gather points, so like most of the materials we get to make items actually come from these points right here. And I do not know why it's... I bet I know why it's lagging. I bet this is causing the lag. Download options. Cancel download. We're going to wait for that to cancel here for a second. And then we're going to go back to the dungeon and see if that performance improves. And Luke says, also a yearly release to keep things fresh. Yes, the Atelier games has pretty much been a yearly thing for a while. Alright, let's go to another gather point and see if we have that same thing happen. Nope. No lag. So I guess the download in the background was causing performance issues. That's odd. But anyways, yeah, those were gather points, and you have like a little basket that you take with you with limited inventory space. So here are the materials we've found so far. All the materials have like little quality to them. Some of them can have little traits that you can add on to something that you make. And we'll show the battle system with these guys right here.
What a pain. Let's end this.
Or this one guy right here. Luke, do you use all those clips for your reviews? Not all of them. Actually, not very many of them. Let's see. So we've got attack, we can defend, we can run, we can use items, which is another big part of the Atelier series, because a lot of the games have the main character rely a lot on items to damage enemies. Like the Uni bag right here, I'll use it on this guy. Then we'll have you use an attack. You can use a skill to show that, and you can use just a regular attack.
Time to attack with items. Yeah. They hardly put up a fight.
Okay, or, you know, it'll die after the second hit because I did a little bit of grinding earlier to get my level up. And we'll go into another battle and see if we can get them to drop some items too.
Okay. Just fight like we usually do.
But every once in a while I will use a clip for a review. Like if there's something that just happened that I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to replicate that at all. So I need to keep that to reference for a review. So like in those sorts of situations, I do use clips. Otherwise, I basically just make a bunch of save files, and when I record the audio for the review, write the script, I'm like, okay, this is what I need to show, so I need to go through these save files and find all of this stuff that I want to show and record separate clips of it. And we'll go into another battle, just to kind of like navigate through this area a little bit. Let's see, I can only hit one of you with that skill. I'll have you just regular attack, because you've got a lot of attack anyways. Use Skyfall Shovel, because the last one couldn't use it. Or that battle ended before we could use it. Alright, there we go. But yeah, like every once in a while I'll use the clips, because I think I used one of the clips... I think I used one recorded clip on my Switch system for my Shantae review, the one I posted yesterday. But literally everything else, I just went through save files, went through debug mode, and just recorded separately. Because like for the review process, like I write the script, I record the audio, then I listen, and I'm like, okay, I need a clip of this for 15 seconds, or I need a clip of this for 20 seconds. And outside of really hard to find stuff, I just like, okay, let's boot up the game, let's get to a point where I can show that, and hit record.
Now then, let us begin.
Alright. So there's probably only a couple more battles we can do in here to get out of here. And if you notice, I turned the battle speed up to 2 times. The battle speed enhancement is new to the DX version. The Vita, PS4, and PC versions, as far as I know, do not do that outside of the DX releases. See, Luke says, I think a lot of people don't realize how much time or effort goes into a review. It takes a lot of time. So I think like the main hurdle of doing content like I do, like game reviews, versus other people that say you've got someone who just like talks about something. I follow Den of Nerds. They talk about Marvel and DC and Star Wars stuff all the time. So I think the main hurdle with that is like when they want to talk about something, they do research on it. But when you do a review, even outside of the review process, you play through the game. So you know, like with this game, I'll probably spend like 20 or 30 hours on the game itself to get through the final boss before I even start on the review process, which will probably be another, 5 or 6 hours. It takes a lot of time. Like, it's not really that big of a problem or anything. It's just worth noting that, it does take a lot of time. Like, when I have a day off and I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish my Shantae review today, and then I'm going to be able to play Atelier Sophie and Firis for a long time. Then I go through the day, I'm like, oh, okay. I just finished the review, and it's only a few hours away from bedtime. It takes a long time, and like with me trying to up the quality in the past year or so, that time has gotten longer. But anyways, that was just like showcasing the dungeons and battle system. So let's see what else we need to do for progression. So for recipe ideas, we have slaying Kaiser Pigeon. Let's see if there... No, I don't need to clip that. Idea from close battle. And this is the next main story thing that we can unlock. We're about halfway to it. We can... Let's see. Memory from Monsters and Memories. Idea from slaying Silent Beast. And collect memory clues. So... what I normally do for this is like new dungeons pop up very, very quickly in this game. So I normally kind of I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the world map. I'm going to go look at it. And think, what dungeons have I not gone to yet? I haven't gone to Flower Garden yet, because we were just at Rocky Mountain, and we were managing the battles there just fine. So let's go up to Flower Garden. Let's see, found 10 coal on the road, which is the game's money, game's currency. Alright, so it's raining here. We've got... I bet that bird right there is Kaiser Pigeon. The one that we need for that recipe.
What's our destination?
So let's go ahead and save our progress, just in case this Kaiser Pigeon is way stronger than I think it is. Luke, in what part of the world do you live? I live in the United States. I live in Ohio. So, you know, kind of like not northeast, maybe a little bit towards, yeah, maybe arguably northeast for the for that part of the country. But yeah, I live in the United States. All right, let's try to get into a fight with this brown bird, which I think is going to be our Kaiser Pigeon.
They look pretty strong.
All right, let's see, what do I have? I didn't bring most of the battle items I need. I've made it back at the Atelier. So let's see. A horizontal line, so I can hit all three of them with this. A medium range, I can... Yep, I can hit three of them with this as well. And go with Skyfall Shovel, which is just a single... Yep, that's Kaiser Pigeon, alright. Let's go for it.
This item is really effective.
Let's lower the speed down a little bit so we can see it a little better. Oh! Well, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. There we go. We defeated Kaiser Pigeon, so we got our new recipe idea. Now we can... And that enemy interrupted the game trying to tell me what I just unlocked. So we're just going to go through this battle real quick.
Leave it to me.
There we go. Okay, Mana Feather can now be synthesized. Okay. So let's go and we'll fight through this a little bit, because we haven't been to this dungeon yet. So I'll go through some gather points, see if there are any new materials here.
They hardly put up a fight.
'Cause that's also a big thing with this game, because like you're constantly collecting new stuff. So when a new dungeon pops up, it's like, all right, let's see what new materials we can get, so we can make some new stuff. So we got, that looks like the wild strawberries, maybe, or raspberries. Or no, I think it's called whimsical strawberry. That I've already got. There's that again. We'll do another battle here.
Let's end this quickly.
And we'll just go through it nice and quick. This is kind of how I grind in the game if I ever need to get a level or want to get a level. Just set the speed up to 2 times and then just use regular attacks on enemies that I can handle at that point. And let's see. Miner's Perch. This is a new area. This is a different area, so we might have some different stuff in here as well. Let's see, we got some... Looks like some ore.
What a pain. Let's end this quickly.
Alright, let's use Aura Break. We could probably hit... Yeah, we can hit 3 of them with that. Have her use her skill, that when not everybody's wasting their MP.
Here I go.
Here I come.
Or,
I'll continue.
alright, that works.
They hardly put up a fight.
Luke says, I've only seen Ohio on American Pickers. I'm in the UK. Well, likewise, I have not seen the UK before, at least not in person. I have never left the country. But the place I am in Ohio isn't bad. It's just like a lot of hilly areas, a lot of fields. Like, I don't really live like in the city.
Pretty tough.
The job I have is close to the city, but I'm in kind of a rural area. Not like super country land, but a small town. That sort of thing.
I'll go.
Alright, get through the battle with these phantoms. This area is still pretty good for where I'm at. 'Cause my party's level 8 and these guys are like level 10. And as you can see, the that little notification that popped up that said to next memory. Memory is that main story thing on the recipe items list. So I'm either fighting Monster from Memories or Silent Beast, which might be those ghosts I was fighting. Let's do another battle with the ghosts, and we'll find out, or not. What about you? Can we fight you? Yeah, there we go.
This won't be easy.
Scar Lady, Gentle Phantom, Gentle Phantom.
When this fight's over,
Oddly enough, Scar Lady is kind of like the second tier of the ghost enemies, and
Easy offense.
this particular one is lower in level.
I'll go.
Let's see, do I have anything that can heal? Because Oscar needs to be healed. You don't have any items. Light Edge, Braveheart. No, that's a buff. You don't have enough MP for that. You have a small heal. Relaxing Herb isn't very good, but, you know, whatever. It's better than nothing.
Wide open. Yay!
Or the battle's gonna end and it's not even gonna matter. Alright, let's head out of here. Oscar's about to get KO'd, so how much room do I have in my basket? 25. I've used up about half the basket. This is fine. Let's just go ahead and leave. We'll go back and we'll make that mana feather thing that we unlocked the recipe for. Oh, right. I tried to use the fast travel thing here and forgot that you can only use that in town. Grab this stuff on our way out. And we'll move on. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little nasally right now. It sounds a little weird when I talk, so I don't know if that's just the headphone in my ear causing that or something else. Anyways, we'll go back to town now. Put all of our materials away and unlock the recipe. Alright, so there are a couple things that we have not been able to make yet. And we can't make either of them.
What
I need
materials
magic
can I use?
item. Oh, I need another talisman. So let's get some money real quick, and then we'll go back to the church to buy another talisman. And speaking of tasks, this is another thing we can do for tasks. We can take requests from the cafe and get money. And you can see some of these are just like, hey, do you have this thing? And I can just like give him stuff that's already in my inventory and basically get free money. Let's do this one. Yeah, I got strawberries. Here you go. Here's some strawberries. Here's some grass, and here's some more grass. And
Thank you very much.
there we go. I got almost a couple $100 out of that. You know what? I'll give you some ore. I can always go back and get more. And
Thank you.
there we go. I'm above 2,000 again.
Thank you very
And we're going to do a little tutorial here. Once you do so many requests, you get vouchers that you can trade for
much.
items.
The vouchers. I'm sure.
I'm sure I don't have anything for anything. I'm sure I don't have enough for anything good, but we'll take a look at her little voucher shop and see what we can get. Pablo comes in and says, "RGG, is this inventory the game?" There is a lot of kind of like inventory and gathering stuff with Atelier, so you could probably make an argument for that. Let's see, I've got 2 vouchers. I can't get any of the good stuff. The equipment. Oh man, those are really good traits too. Angel Ribbon, can't get any of that. I've only got 2. I can get good water, which I already have. Flower, beehive, I have those 2. So I'll go back to test later when I have more vouchers. Anyways, we needed it's in the plaza. Need to go to the church to talk to Pamela. But yeah, there is a lot of inventory stuff, because, like, where'd Pamela go? Pamela? She's gone. Is she outside the church? But there is a lot of inventory. I don't know if inventory management is the right word, but you collect a lot of things. Oh, there's Leon. She's one of the party members that you can recruit throughout the game. I was really sad when she did not come back for the sequels. But, yeah, on the inventory thing, I'm not sure management is the right word, but you do collect a lot of materials, and when you get new recipes, you often have to look. I'm like, okay, I need this material and this material, so where do I need to go to get that? Kind of like a side questy thing, but for, you know, most of the recipes that you get, especially in the late game. And Pablo says, what is that dress? Yeah, I've always been a little confused on why her skirt points backwards instead of just going straight down. I don't know how it works, but, you know, it's just, you know, it is what it is. It is how her dress functions. There's Pamela. Pamela's out here at the church, playing with the kids. And these are part of just the little slice of life cutscenes you get. Like, it's just like a lot of Atelier is just very wholesome, cutesy stuff. That's just kind of like, oh, that's cute. They're all such naughty children. Hey, don't run off too far. Hopefully after this scene she'll be back in the church so we can get a talisman from her. Pablo, the back part is constantly lifted. Yes, it is. I don't know how that works, but that's how it works. There you are, Pamela.
Welcome.
Buy lots of things to help the church, okay? I will buy one talisman if you have one. I don't know if you need the pious talisman for it. I'm gonna buy one of the others and see if the game will let me use that instead of having to spend so much money on the pious talisman again.
Okay.
So,
What should I make?
warning charm,
What material should I use?
pious talisman, holy water, cloth and secret power. I need holy water. So let's go back to the church. Pamela probably has that for sale as well.
Welcome.
Okay, do you have holy water here? Yes, you do. Good deal. I'll take
Is this really okay?
a few of those.
How much?
And we'll go back and see if we can make this item now. Luke says, will you be playing Famicom Detective Club? I do want to play it. Now, whether I am playing it at launch is another story. Because, like, as I said, like, you know, early in the stream, I got 4 RPGs thrown at me by IFI and Koei Tecmo. So I'm going to be working on these for a good while.
What should I make?
But, let me think. While we're, trying... Yes, I can make it now! Sweet! Alright, 2 holy waters, 1 cloth, and a puni ball.
Okay then.
So let's see, we've got white, yellow, and blue. So let's try to color code with these little orbs so we can get a better bonus.
Well. Alright. This is going
White,
great. Alright.
white, and yellow.
Is this really okay?
Oh, cool. We got 100% on Seal of Stability. And we got our Warding Charm. Let's see here. Increases recovering items. The target recovers a small Target recovers a small amount of HP, but also recovers from curse. Increase critical hit rate. We'll go with that. And we'll level up our alchemy level. I think Warding Charm is a piece of an item to help with exploration.
Yeah, I figured since we're going out. A fine attitude. However, I just be. Yeah.
Alright, so show me a little tutorial. Sure, exploration gear. You can equip convenient items for exploration. But anyways, back to the Famicom Detective Club. May 14th. Maybe. That's a maybe on launch. Because May 14th is in about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. I'll probably be through Sophie by then and have some other stuff up. But I'll have to take a look at what's coming out at that time. But yeah, I definitely plan to do it. I just don't know if I'll be like right there on launch day. Probably not on launch day, but I'll probably review it. Let's see. Equipment. Exploration. Warding Charm. Alright, so we've made that. Let's see if we can make that other thing Mana Feather, which we need. Oh. That's what we needed the talismans for. Let me look in my container. Let's see, I've got Church Talisman and High Class Talisman. I bet Pious Talisman it was...
Okay.
Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Mana Feather.
Material should I use?
View materials. For Mana Feather. I wonder if Pious Talisman is considered a magic item. Let me take a look. Synthesis item. Exploration is Warding Charm. Material. Here we go. Let's look for... It's very expensive. Materials. Talisman. Change page. Main location. I don't know. So to make Mana Feather, we need 2 monster feathers, which is fine. 1 thread, which is fine. 2 magic items. Here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and save our data here. And Pablo asks, gonna ask the typical question: which character from the lesser known titles you review would you like to see in Smash Brothers? So this is going to be a little bit biased because I literally just revisited the series, but I think Shantae would be a fun fighter in Smash. Atelier I don't think would work that well because, like, don't get me wrong, like I've been playing Warriors All Stars on PC. On my GPD Win Max lately, and Sophie in a Muso game is hilarious and so much fun to use. But I'm not sure they would go for that. I think Shantae would be a more likely competitor, considering how much Nintendo focus that they've had. Like, I think Pirate's Curse was originally a 3DS title. The original was, of course, originally a Game Boy Color title, and I'm pretty sure the original is still only available on Nintendo systems. But I think she would be cool. As far as other, like, lesser known things, then again, I'm also thinking right now on ones that would actually have a chance of getting in. Because I doubt they're going to do another really cool rights thing like they did with Banjo-Kazooie. Because the whole Rare thing with Microsoft. But I think Shantae would be cool. A smaller Mega Man character would be cool. Like, I would love to see... No, I can't. We can't because he's already a costume for the Mii Fighters. I was gonna say Zero, but Zero's a costume for the Mii Fighter, so I don't think they're gonna do that. Anyways, let's go to the cafe, see if we can make some more money, and we're going to test to see if those pious talismans are magic items.
Which request will you accept?
So let's get some money. Oof. I can't do that one yet. I only have 8 of that. Let's do these hunting missions first. And then we'll come back and test it out. So we need to go to get ghosts, Kaiser pigeons, and the Chimera Beast. So Kaiser pigeons are up here, I think. Yeah, I think we were up here when we fought the Kaiser pigeons. But let's see, Kaiser pigeon's right there. Let's turn dash on so we can get over there to him.
Whoa.
And the nice thing about the hunting missions is that you only have to kill one of each type. Like, I can kill one Kaiser pigeon and it'll be like, okay, you can turn the quest in now. There it goes. Flying Emperors can be reported. Alright, so we got him.
Where should I go?
This one has one of them. Rocky Mountain. Let me think. Chimera Beast or Ghost? It's probably going to be Ghost. Let's pick some stuff up, because like everything you do in this game passes the time. Yeah, and then different enemies pop up in the dungeons during night. Alright, so it's nighttime now. Let's see if there's... Let's see, I've got the regular pigeon here. Regular pigeons. Yeah, I don't see anything we need here.
What's our destination?
So let's go... Oh, Gathering of Beasts is where the Chimera Beast will show up. So we'll go for that, and we'll take him out, and right? Where are they at? Maybe I need to come back at night. Let's run around the world maps, pass some time,
Where are we
and come back at night. And back here to pass time again. And again. Almost nighttime. And now. Let's see, I see some ghosts roaming around. I was sure I saw Chimera Beasts in this dungeon. Whatever. Since it's nighttime, I'll go,
All right, where to?
we'll go get some ghosts. And then we'll worry about the Chimera Beasts after. There's our ghosty.
What a pain. Let's end this quickly.
Hope this is the right one. And not the other one that we saw in that cave with the red hat.
Time to get back to observing plants.
Nope, we got it. Defeat ghosts. Man. And I'm at that point of the game now where stuff is starting to really feel not hard anymore. Because like the stuff I just fought, like I had a decent amount of trouble with when I first started. Let's see here. Merbert Farm? Is that what I'm thinking of? That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, because there's a cave entrance right here that the Chimera Beast shows up at right next to the entrance. Okay, back over here. And we'll go and fight this guy real quick. And then we'll go back and get paid and do that little test with the talismans. We're not doing crap to him right now.
I'll go.
Was he... You know what? Fine. Let's just go all out with skills. See if that helps.
I'll take them all out.
My shovel
One.
can fly.
This is a chance.
116. I know what's going on.
I'll go
Jeez.
Great work, everyone.
So, you see that little gauge on the right that has all the characters' little heads with LP next to it? Yeah. I don't remember what LP stands for, but it's basically like
What's our destination?
morale, where it the more you do out in the field, the lower it goes, and when people get to 0, their battle capabilities just tank and drop down to nothing. I forgot that this game used that weird system. Anyways, let's go to the cafe and get paid.
Well, which request will you...
Get paid for this. Get paid for flying emperors. Get paid for defeat ghosts. We got over 2,000 money again. We're going to go back to the Atelier and save our progress, because if this idea does not work, I'm not going to spend all my money on it. Alright, let's go visit Pamela at the church. Oh, yeah, cutscene. Wait just a minute, I'm almost done. Oh, okay. What do you need today? I was wondering if you had anything good, so I dropped by. Well, I have to take care of the children, also finish some church work. The priest has other important work to do, and not many people work at this church. I don't think we ever actually see the priest in this game. The only person like in charge around here is Pamela. Pamela sure is a hard worker. I can learn something from her. As if Sophie's not a hard worker.
Welcome.
Alright, let's see what you got. Oh no, you don't have any more. Oh no! Let's see. Holy water doesn't count as magical items. I have all of these. I know I have Pendulocks, so I don't think we can do that right now. Unless the general store has it. So let's go to the street and go to the general store. Where are... Okay, here's Leon. See if her shop's set up yet. Okay, she's just looking at the area now. When characters are introduced, you get little scenes like this where you see them wandering around a place where they will eventually set up a shop. They'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just looking at the area. And then, you know, a little while later in the game, you get another cutscene. And it'll be like, oh hey, by the way, I opened my shop. Would you like to buy some stuff? Right, now Leon's saying, hey, I need cloth, and you get a little side quest. Event, Leon, help open the shop. Did you prepare the item I requested? Yes, 1 cloth. Now, typically, you would not have the item, you would have to go and get the materials and make it, but, you know, I just made cloth not too long ago, so... Thanks. Thanks, buddy. The shapes are kind of uneven, but I could process it into something usable. Oh, hey, I got 1,000 more money. Sweet. You're going to be my first customer. Alright, her shop is... Okay, it's already open. Let's see what you got. You've got a bunch of materials. Do you have any Traveler's Vest, which is... Defense of 4. I don't think that's better than what I already have. So let's pass on that for the moment. Where is Corey's shop? There she is. So I really like Corey's shop because she is a duplicator. So she sells all this other stuff. But these two, like when you make an item that's really good quality, you can give them to her and she will mass produce them, so you can basically just keep buying that quality of that item continuously. So like I gave her this bomb because this is the first bomb I made that had like fire damage medium versus fire damage small. So we're gonna buy those. And when we run out of bombs, we can come back and buy more from her. Let's see, Fairy Ball I've got, Sunset Grass. I don't know if I have 5-Day Vine. Well Water I've got, and she didn't have anything that can be used as a magical item. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to make Mana Feather for a little while.
What material should I use?
Is that the only thing that I've thought up that I can't make yet? Yep, that's the only thing I can't make yet. So we'll go back into recipe ideas real quick. Beginner recipes, let's see what else we got. Close battle. I'm not really sure what close battle is referring to. I think this is one of those things where you have to be like really low on HP when you win the battle. We'll attempt this. I'll need to go to one of the later areas. So let's go to Forgotten Nursery. I think I can try to mimic what it's wanting us to do here. So I think close battle is winning a battle when you're low on health. So let's see here. Oh, I know how to do it. Let's just take everybody's equipment off. All right.
Let us begin.
Here I go. Please hit.
And we'll do a few things through here.
Done already?
Never mind. These guys don't have anything on us right now. I think one of the internal areas here has an enemy that can do it for us. Ancient Kitchen. Oh, I haven't been into Ancient Kitchen yet in this playthrough.
Let's do our best.
These guys aren't going to help with the close battle thing. But we'll go through it. Get a little bit of experience and some items from them.
Easy win.
Yeah, 3 experience is nothing to me now. Poonie Balls.
Now then.
Some special water. And we'll go through this battle, and hopefully we'll be able to find something a little bit stronger here in just a minute.
Done already? That was underwhelming.
that's just another pony. Let's leave the kitchen. It must be the other doorway we can go into. So come over here, back here, into the right. And we'll go back in this other area. I think we have some...
Let us begin.
Alright, I'll fight this. Alright, I'll fight these guys.
This is a chance! Yeah!
I'll go.
I'll continue. They hardly put up a fight.
Alright, got through that battle. Now how we're gonna do this, I'm not sure. So... Okay, the battle just started. Let's do one round to see if we can take one of these guys out.
I'll continue. Please hit!
How's this?
This is a chance!
Defend and defend. Okay. He's pretty low on HP now.
A miracle engulfs all!
This is my duty. Won't go that easily.
He's not really attacking us for damage. He's just doing stat stuff to us.
Be careful.
There we go. Is that all he can do for damage? That would be super unfortunate.
This is my duty.
There we go. You know what? He's low on health, so let's go ahead and attack him. We'll see if that works or if we have to literally get the entire party down in critical HP.
I had some trouble in that battle.
Nope, it didn't work. Which means we're probably going to have to get the entire party down in critical HP, which means it probably won't happen today.
I let my guard
Wide
down.
open! Tough! This is a chance!
'Cause, I mean, I removed all my defensive equipment to make it easy for them to get our HP down.
Maintaining the offense.
Oh well, though.
My guard
Wide
down.
open! Yay! We won!
Let's see what that guy dropped. Ooh, 2 pieces of equipment. Is it good equipment? Oh! Oh! Look at this! Look at this! This is good equipment. Hey, let's see. Plate vest is what you had. Yeah, I kind of forgot that I removed all my equipment earlier. What is the best thing you have? 4, 6, 6. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, alright. Actually, and you guys also had Miser Mittens to increase your maximum health. Alright then. We'll grab some stuff and head out. Alright, now let's go ahead and leave the dungeon. We'll go back to town. Oh, grab this on my way out. Never have too much materials. Grab those. Go ahead and yoink this right here. And we're out of here.
Where should I go?
Alright, where's town at? Oh, town's to the right. There we go for town. Let's see what we got here.
What could
100 money. Sweet. Item sent to container. I still can't make my thing, but that's okay.
what should I make?
That's alright.
What material should I use?
Anyways, we did a good job of kind of like showing you some performance tests and a little bit about the game itself. Grandma's Cauldron. We're at 82% for that. Alright, let's go ahead and save our game, since we did a fair amount of stuff out there. And hey, there we go. We're almost 5 hours into the game. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream there. I didn't want to do too long today. Actually, I've been trying to shorten the length of the streams because of how the latter portions have gone lately. But anyways, thanks for coming into the stream. I'm hoping to do streams every week, just kind of like saying, oh, hey, here's what I'm working on right now. Here's some info about it, and we'll go into it for a little while. And oh yeah, do note that this coming Saturday is May 1st, which means new month, new giveaway. I'll be making a video for whatever I choose to do next month's giveaway for. Because if you recall, for hitting 20,000 subscribers, I am doing at least 20 months of giveaways. So yeah, you can watch for that. I have a few ideas of what I want to do. Haven't really put it into stone yet, but yeah, look forward to that. And I'll have a review for Star Wars Republic Commando up on Friday, with maybe this game up next week sometime, depending on how much stuff I can get done. But anyways, thanks for joining the stream, and have a great day, everybody.